morning. Welcome. My name's Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to pull some cards and share some guidance for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's the 5th, 6th and the 7th of February 2024. I see the cat is making a little appearance there in the back. So welcome. I want to send out a big extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons for February, my Pillar of Light members, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. I'm coming to you live from Tasmania now, and it's Monday the 5th of February here, and the time is 6:43 a.m. So the sun is preparing to come up behind me. So welcome. I trust this video finds you well and things are flowing pretty reasonably for you in your life, and if they're not, then I trust that something shared supports your shift and your movement through that. If you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my oracle cards. These are cards that I created and illustrated, the Animal Kingdom Oracle cards that are combined with my Speed of Light Oracle. So they've been combined. I made them the same size, these decks, so that I could combine them, and we've got 110 cards to play with, which is lots of fun. So a nice big deck, so we'll be able to pick I think the more cards that you have, the more specific the day's readings can be when you're doing it in this way. So I'm going to pull the best card for Monday, the best card for Tuesday, the best card for Wednesday, and then the best card for the theme for the majority of us. So I'm not pulling cards for individuals. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared supports you at this time. I suggest that you take on board what does resonate and what does seem like I'm speaking just directly to you, and let the rest go. And please think of this as a guide only. It's up to you what you do with this information. So if it helps shift your perspective a little bit, or see things from another angle, or perhaps guide you with things that you didn't think of before, then that can be a really good thing. But it's up to us to make the decisions and make the call whether we follow the guidance or go the opposite way, or just continue as normal. What I do find helpful, especially if you're new to these videos, or this is your first or your second or third time, let's say, is to come back throughout these days that I'm reading for and see how the information, see whether the guidance resonates and fits into the things that you've got going on in your life, whether you resonate with my way and my approach, and just to see how accurate they are for you, and go from there. So I would be extremely surprised if 100% of what I share resonates with you. I'd be probably more likely 50% would probably be about the ballpark. Good morning, Debbie and Zezana and Rebna and Alison. Welcome. All right, let's grab the best card that the majority of us need for Monday, the 5th of February. So the best card for Monday, the 5th, is this. It's a Speed of Light. Hi, Anita. And it's this. It's initiation. This card keeps coming up. It's popping in every probably couple of readings for the last month or two. Initiation card 21. And it says mastery, milestone, progression, and greatness. So there's a feeling of opening up through the body and pushing forward, or stepping forward into something. We're probably not pushing as such, but perhaps more like stepping or being pulled into something moving forward. The initiation card, this particular card, also talks about upgrade. So I think of it as like, and sometimes these upgrades come with tests or exams, if you like. So it's a bit like when we're at school and we're going from one grade to the next, or one level to the next. So during the level that we're learning, or the grade that we're learning, or whatever it is that we're learning, that then goes to another level, level 2, level 3, or grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, whatever it might be. In that particular grade that we're in theory, we should be taught all the things that we need to learn. We might have little tests along the way, and then at the end of the year, we have our exam. And our exam is picking things that we should have already learned that year to see that we really know them in that very end exam. And when we pass that exam, we move to the next grade or the next level. And that's a bit like what this card's talking about. So it can mean that things come up again. It could mean that tests or things that we've been learning in the last 3 to 6 months, or even 12 months, maybe even a little longer, but generally 3 to 6 months, that things that we've been learning and being tested on during that period may come up again at this time, and especially on Monday. And we might find ourselves thinking or saying to ourselves, oh, I thought I went through this. I thought I've just learned this lesson, and here it comes again. And it might be that exam, just that final test to see if we really have learned what we claim that we've learned, and what we have learned in the months or year prior. So this is I see my connection keeps dropping out, so hopefully it's okay. So this is a preparation for upgrade. It's a preparation to move to the next level. And it does tend to come with tests. So are you ready to pass the test and push yourself through the test again, to be challenged? So it could be a testing, challenging time, especially on Monday with this card. But it's all in good cause to take us to the next level. So we are ready to go to the next level, otherwise we wouldn't be tested. It wouldn't be exam time, it wouldn't be test time to see if we have really learned the lessons that we claim that we've learned. So we might find ourselves learning those again to really prove to ourselves that we are ready for this upgrade and this next level that we're stepping into, that we're being pulled into. So let's see how we go. So that's for Monday. Welcome everybody. Hi Pamela and Marjorie and Lindsay and Kathleen. Claudia's here from Germany. Welcome. Oh, the sun's coming. The sun is rising behind me on this new day. Very exciting. So I'm looking now for the best card for Tuesday, the 6th of February. So Tuesday the 6th, the best card that the majority of us need for Tuesday is this. We'll go this card. It's another Speed of Light Oracle. And it's one of my favourites, the White Tiger. It's a featured card, which means it has further instructions up here, which say to split the deck and take the top card. So I'm splitting the deck. I'm keeping this deck part of the deck ready to put on top in case this is another featured card, which it is, but it doesn't have further instructions for us to pull a card there. The further instructions with this koala card are to meditate, ponder and reflect. So these two cards have come up together for a reason. We're going to look at them separately first. So the White Tiger, card 48, says schedule, routine, adjustment and management. This card is about our priorities and looking at how we spend our time. It's looking at our routine, our schedule. We might find, some of us, that we're back into our routine again after perhaps a period of break or a period of change that has now perhaps seen our routine maybe need attention, but also just need to get back into some rhythm with our routine. To get back into that flow is to have a routine. So that helps us get things done. It helps us prioritise what needs to be done as well, and helps us keep things going, keep things on track. In flow, there is this sense of keeping things going, of motoring along, if you like, or moving down, swimming down with the current downstream as our road, our river, our path takes us wherever it is that we're going. Going with the flow without structure tends to be quite aimless, and we can sort of feel like we're bouncing all over the place, a bit like a ball in a pinball machine. So we can bounce all over the place with no sort of rhythm and no general sense of motoring along. So having our routine and getting things on track on a routine level, getting our priorities into order so that we have our priorities all worked out, perhaps flexible priorities, but still priorities nonetheless, so we know what we're focusing on and what is best to focus on, can help us keep that motor going and help us keep moving in our life. So, yeah, so that schedule, routine, make some changes to our schedule if we need to, work out what are our priorities. And it comes up with the koala. So the koala is card 52, and it says ponder, slow, grandfather, quiet, and wait. So there is a slowing down feeling with this koala card. It doesn't tend to come up that often in readings. Maybe, yeah, well, it just doesn't tend to come up that often. So ponder, slowing down, waiting, patience comes with waiting. There's a grandfather energy, the grandfather energy of just kind of sitting in the background, pondering, reflecting, considering things, that sort of thing. And the energy does feel slow, even just moving in and talking about this card. So these two cards combined for Tuesday are suggesting that we make some time for quiet. We make some time to ponder and reflect, especially on the things that we're trying to figure out about our life. We might be trying to figure out where we're moving to or where we're going in our life if things are a little bit uncertain right now. We might be trying to figure out our next step, or perhaps there are things too that need assessing about our life. Maybe there are things that have been a bit problematic or a lot problematic, or challenges that we're trying to figure out. And so there might need to be some time scheduled, especially perhaps on Tuesday, but perhaps in this coming week, to really assess and reflect on where we're at, what we're doing, what we need to do next. Are we on track or are we off track? Are things on course or are they off course? And if things are off course, we really want to do something about it as quickly as possible. So assessing and making time to assess that will be important. And if we don't make time to assess it and we just pretend it doesn't exist, then we get even more off track. So if we need to get more on track, if we need to get back on course, then Tuesday is especially important to make some time. It doesn't have to be a long time. It can, as long as it's productive time, to ponder and reflect and perhaps write about or have a conversation with someone who we can soundboard off to get things back on track. Even in our own mind, things might be okay in our physical life. We might not need to really change much at all. Sometimes it's our mind that needs to get on board with wherever our body is, which is quite weird, but it just does tend to happen sometimes. So that's for Tuesday. Let's now grab or find the best card for Wednesday. That's Wednesday the 7th of February. So the best card for Wednesday for the majority of us is this. It's an Animal Kingdom. And we have the gorilla. The gorilla is card 9, and the gorilla says to do the right thing on Wednesday. So do what is right in this situation. To be honest and truthful in this situation as well. And do what is fair and just from our perspective. There is a fixed feeling with the gorilla. The gorilla feels fixed like a mountain. It feels stubborn. It feels stern. It feels in some ways assertive as well. So we might find on Wednesday it helpful to sit in that fixed and stubborn energy. There are situations that sometimes call us to be fixed and stubborn. Raising children was one of those that I remember. Not always, but sometimes you've just got to be fixed and you've got to be stubborn. And you've got to say no, because you're here trying to teach and guide your children to become adults and to be able to function in an adult world. So I found as I was raising my children. My stubborn side that kicks in sometimes. Thanks, Dad, if you're watching, because I think it's quite a good trait in some instances. It's really great to be able to stick firm with our no or our stance that we've got to say. And the same with as we're adults. You know, there can be things happening in the workplace or in the family where we just have to be fixed and we have to be stubborn and we have to just say, no, this is not the right thing to do. And it doesn't have to be no. It could be something else. It could be yes, for example. But there is this fixed, stubborn, mountain-like feeling or energy with the gorilla that's very much sitting in our truth. So what we know to be right in this particular situation. So like a parent to a child as an adult perspective, a parent perspective, we know that that's not the right thing to do. So we need to be fixed and firm and stubborn with our expression of that, if that's the sort of situation that we're in. So let's feel what our truth is first. Let's make sure it is our truth and our fairness in this situation that we are sitting in when we are fixed. Let's make sure we're not just parroting our beliefs, and beliefs can be things that we believe to be true, but they might not necessarily be true. So I think there is quite a big difference between our truth and our beliefs. Our truths and our belief. And usually beliefs are things that we're taught or things that we're told that we believe to be true. But usually we have no experience that confirms that they're true. We just sort of parrot whatever we're told or taught. And these are usually things that we're taught when we're younger, but certainly as a lot of adults, especially if we're a bit kind of brainwashed or programmed by mainstream media, for example, or the narrative and the story that's been pushed out, the fear that's been portrayed. Sometimes without realising it, we can be parroting what we're being told. So let's make sure we're not just parroting and being fixed and stubborn in our parroting and in our beliefs that we've been told to be true when we don't have any justification for that truth. And maybe start questioning our beliefs and the things that we believe to be true, because maybe they aren't true. And that's a big wake-up call when we realise that the beliefs and the things that we thought to be true actually aren't. And then we start awakening to the truth of things. And the truth I find more experiential, so it comes based through experience and something that we live through, that we determine and discover our truth along the way. I find beliefs tend to be quite fixed and inflexible. So it's almost like beliefs are carved in stone, and we'll defend those beliefs until the cows come home. But with truths, they're a little more flexible, and we feel a little less pushy to push our truth. We're a little more happy to just, or content to just be our truth and not have to force or push it onto others. With beliefs, we might feel that we have to push and try and change everyone to match our belief. So it becomes very rigid and very stuck. So if we are being fixed and firm, as the gorilla suggests, let's make sure that we are doing so in our truth and not in what we believe or think to be true through our beliefs. So the gorilla is our card for Wednesday. So there are our cards. I trust something there supports you. So I'm going to pull a theme card in just a minute. Before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment, please share if you're inspired to. And if you'd prefer to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. So at the moment, it's our Temple of Balance birthday month. Our birthday is not till the 25th of February, but it is our birthday month, and we turn 19 this year, which is very exciting. I can't believe it, actually, that it's been 19 years since I started Temple of Balance in 2005 on eBay, and then it's evolved to be what it is today. So I'm very, very grateful that I've now been able to spend 19 years doing my Temple of Balance work. So it's pretty crazy, actually, when I think about it, how 19 years has passed. So thank you for your support over all this time period. Some of you are new, some of you have been here for a while, some of you have been here since pretty much the beginning. So thank you for your support. So at the moment, I'm going to run a couple of sales this month. Currently, I've got a sale on 4 of my printed books. So I've written 11 books. I've got 4 of those on sale for $5 Australian each, which is about $3.30 US plus shipping. So that's Temple of Balance, the book, Aligning with the Speed of Light, I Am Shaman, and From Lack to Abundance. So those 4 books are currently on sale till the 9th. So that must be Friday, on sale till Friday. So check those out on my website if you're interested. If you want to learn more about my cards, my earrings or pendants that I make, or the work that I do at Temple of Balance, if you'd really like to support my work so we can stay another year, I just focus really month by month, to be honest. But to get through a year milestone is pretty cool. So if you'd want to support my work and help me continue to do it and be here for another month or another year, then please have a look on my website and grab yourself something there to support my work and to support you as well. So thank you. Please visit templeofbalance.com.au. So, oh, and don't forget, I've got my card reading club coming up on Thursday. That's the 8th of February, and my next online art class on Friday, the 9th of February. And on the online art class, we're looking at the elements and self-discovery through the elements. And this week, we're looking at the air element. So that's usually connected with the mind, but we're going to look at the air element from all different angles and sides. So hopefully you can join me for that. Thank you. Okay, let's grab the best theme card. The theme card will help bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. So the best card for the theme is this. It's an Animal Kingdom Oracle card, and it's the rabbit. So this is probably a really great message overall for us for the next few days to keep in mind. It's card 16, the rabbit. The rabbit says to make your move. To make your move, even if you feel scared or petrified, like the rabbit does. The rabbit is paralyzed with fear. So we might feel scared. There might be a part of us that feels quite a lot of resistance and fear about, or anxiety about what it is that we're preparing to move into. We might not even know what we're moving into, so there can be that fear of the unknown element to this as well. But the rabbit is encouraging us to feel our fear and make our move. That it's important to consider where or how we can make our move and not allow fear to stop us and paralyze us and stop us from actually moving. So let's acknowledge the fear. Let's acknowledge the resistance that we might feel right now over these next couple of days, and feel into that fear and build our courage. I find the best way I approach fear when it's trying to stop me from getting into something, into a doorway in my life, when resistance is trying to stop me from moving forward, I find the best way for me to approach that is to build my courage and to build my confidence and my inner strength, and to really look at my mind. Is my mind in a defeating, fearful mode, or can I switch my mind into a self-belief, self-confidence, I've got this kind of mode? That will also help me build my courage and my strength to be able to push through that fear, because the fear wants to stop us. It's a part of us, a lower part of ourselves that wants to hold us back. It wants to keep us in fear and keep us small and insignificant, because that's what our fear needs. That's what our fear thrives on, so the fear stays alive. The antidote to fear is strength. So I find releasing fear doesn't particularly work that well. I find building my courage and moving into the fear is where I get progress moving forward. So where in your life do you need to make your move this week? And what fear is stopping you? And how can you overcome that fear to make your move? It almost feels like, like a rabbit hearing a sound, they freeze, scared, just assessing the situation. And then they sometimes make a run for it. And I feel like we might need to do that too, or consider if that's an option for us. Can we feel the fear, build up the strength and make a run for it and just go for it and get those initial first steps done, so that we get that ball rolling in that direction that we're moving towards. So it's a bit like, it feels similar or connected to that initiation card, this pull forward. So we might be feeling this pull forward, but it might be scary. As we step into the unknown, it's always scary. We always feel fear when we step into the unknown on some level. And I find the bigger the fear and the bigger the resistance that I'm personally feeling, the more amazing the thing is potentially on the other side. Because the fear gets louder when there's something amazing that it's trying to stop me from doing. So I wise up to that part of me that's scared or resistant. I build my courage way forward. So let's make our move. The connection keeps dropping. Let's make our move with the rabbit, even though we might feel scared. Let's admit to ourselves, I feel scared, I feel petrified. I don't know if this is going to work out. Acknowledging that too, rather than pretending it doesn't exist but it's hovering over us, that can be a great way to move that fear or move ourselves through it. So yes, I feel scared. Yes, I feel resistant. Yes, I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know if it's the right thing for me to do. We don't know. None of us know when we step into the unknown. So all we can do is have a go. What's the worst thing that could happen? What's the best thing that could happen? Let's feel our courage and strength. Build that up within our body, within our mind, and push forward. Take those first steps into the unknown. Let's make that phone call. Let's set up that meeting. Let's do what needs to be done. Let's set this date. Let's just get it going and see what happens. So that's that. Thank you so much for connecting today. Have a great couple of days, and I'll be back to share with you again on Thursday. So take care, and if you want to take advantage of my book sale, then please visit templeofbalance.com.au. And yeah, thank you so much. Take care. Namaste.